Hello, hello. Welcome to the Empirical Training Q&A. We're here every Monday, rain or shine, whether it's one of us or four of us, and sometimes a special guest. Today, there's two of us. I think Vaughan's just on his way, just grabbing a tea out. This room up for me. Oh. So, as people pile in, hit us with some questions. Anything you want to get answered, anything. We are two cybersecurity pros. I've been in security for about 8 years. I did my first side up in the SOC, and then before moving into the dark side of sales and marketing for a little bit, before coming back a bit more full circle, almost to a product role in a security company. Hello, Vaughn.
Hello, Josh. Good day, mate.
You think your mic's on the wrong one, maybe?
Ah, shit.
Oh, no, it's not. It was just because you were far away. What's that hydroponics setup you've got behind you there?
What's the wall setup?
Hydroponics. It looks like the Newport police might be banging on your door in a minute.
They're outside, mate. I'm converting.
Nice one. And we are live on Instagram and YouTube.
Indeed, yes. Instagram has gone live. Hello, fantastic. Instagram.
Hello, Instagrammers. So I'm gonna get the chat up on my phone for that. YouTube.
Sweet. Yeah, I'll read out any questions, but Instagram crew and YouTube crew. Anyone got any questions, shoot them over. We'll probably be on for about 15-20 minutes, Josh, depending on what your schedule's like.
We're having a bit of a punchy one tonight, but ask us really good questions, and your challenge is to keep us on. We don't stay on for gifted subs. It's not that kind of subathon, but if good questions, that'll keep us on.
Yeah,
in fact, I was gonna if there's no questions right now, I was gonna talk a bit about a little something in the news I was reading this morning. If we had a podcast, there's quite a good set of topics.
Let's do it.
Let me just get the right screen so you don't see all of my dirty secrets. So it was basically, I was checking the news. Here we are. CrowdStrike, big security company for those who don't know. Look at that. Catches insider feeding information to hackers. It's something we've talked about before on the pod, with North Korea especially going after crypto companies and kind of fintechs and things like that, trying to siphon off some funds when they get in there. Yet to have seen, it's yet to be reported that happened to a security company, but what a gold mine that could have been if they managed to get in there.
Yeah, a lot of the lads on my team are really big on CrowdStrike. A couple of them used to work there, actually, so it was quite big news when this one dropped. I haven't got the full deets just yet, but yeah, it's a pretty crazy one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a cool one. I think CrowdStrike have done some great things, and they're quite rightly one of the biggest companies in the security space, and some brilliant marketing. I'll give them that. Eh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's go through some of the details then. What are you saying? How do I start harking from the beginning? I know nothing. Someone's asking in cybersecurity. Well, first thing you do is follow us and watch this, and you start to absorb stuff just from listening to us talking. Second thing you do is you start learning about cybersecurity. So if you like attacks, if that's what interests you, then do some kind of courses for Kali Linux and pen testing and things like that to kind of get you going. It's script kiddie stuff to start with. It's very, very easy, even though it looks intimidating. You'll feel like a hacker on the But actually, I've gone too far ahead, haven't I, Vaughan? I should have said the foundations you need in networking and IT.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just looking to get started and just looking to see if you find it interesting, try Hack the Box, a great entry level kind of gamified approaches to learning some cyber stuff. A lot of people just spend their time there and get really good at that sort of stuff. It doesn't directly translate over to being able to get a role, unfortunately, but definitely have a play about with those, and if you enjoy them, maybe think about taking it a bit more seriously and learning some foundations and going for a cyber role.
I think the Radox, like the top tip I would give is, this if you want to do it because you think it's fun, right? And do it because you're interested in it. So find the stuff that interests you. I go on news stories like the Bleeping Computers is a really good one. There's Dark Read and a few others. Click on the ones that interest you and then start Googling some of the stuff. Just take an active interest in it. There's some other websites we can probably point you to, like MITRE is maybe a good one, or OWASP. OWASP, start with OWASP. Don't burn your time too much on it. Yeah, there you are. OWASP top 10. Not for LLMs, just do it for web apps to start. AI's not that big yet.
What's AI?
So we had a question. What do we know? What was exfiltrated? I think at this point, they say it was customer information. That's kind of towards the bottom here. Shiny Hunters. Okay, this is the top bit. The company know that systems were not breached the results, so it was just customer data that screenshots they took on the internal system. So I think this was purely reconnaissance, maybe what was running on his computer, or their computer, what apps are kind of does that person, whichever their role is going to vary massively. But it's about knowing what they have in there so they can attack it, or probably better yet, so they can social engineer it and act like somebody who knows all the inner workings of a company like CrowdStrike. That'd be my guess. Like all these things, when they happen, we don't get much information, unfortunately. But what do we have? Customer data was not compromised. Okay, so we can guess it's internal systems or internal employee names, addresses, so they can maybe go phishing. They found it and terminated him, and it said last month. So it looks like the dust has settled a bit, and they're probably confident that nothing bad has happened. Otherwise, they'd be saying something a bit different. And they never got to the point where the systems were compromised. It was just the screenshots and pictures being taken. So internal intel only. Right, Vaughan? Is that what you're thinking from this?
Yeah, we had some threat intel, and I'm not sure if they've got the screenshots on here, but we saw similar screenshots of them just having internal access to some of the CrowdStrike config and API type stuff. So yeah,
that's always the best. You go get your news from Twitter, you get all the screenshots that the news that publications aren't allowed to post or aren't supposed to. But yeah, I think they didn't say who it was, but apparently at the same time, the Shiny Hunters gang. So and I think they're like Scad Spider, Lapsus, all them together now. Shiny Spider, whatever they call themselves.
Yeah,
there was some stuff on Telegram, saying that they'd breached it and like showed some screenshots. So that's probably what you saw, Vaughan. Then you saw the stuff from Telegram.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, our threat intel guys are quite deep in the dark web and all these chat rooms and shit. So yeah, it very well could have been. But yeah, they call themselves like Shiny Hunters Lapsus or Shiny Spider Lapsus or something.
These guys have ganged up together, so they're a collective now, and I think it's kind of like Avengers, you never know which hero is going to turn up to each movie. And hopefully you get the good one, but I bet there are some Ant-Men. Is that fair to pick on Ant-Man? Who's the worst superhero?
The worst one? I don't know. Yeah. There's lots. Yeah.
But yeah, 25K they offered to pay, apparently, which, PSA, whoever you are, if you know security, you don't know security, you will never benefit. You will get caught somehow. Then once you're caught, they don't have to pay you the money. They're even going to pay you the money anyway. What's the honor amongst thieves? You're just being used. So,
and also 25K, that's not enough to have access to CrowdStrike, in my opinion. Come on, sell yourself.
Considering I was reading the court cases for Lapsus, because there was some pin in court recently, 2 people who were supposed to be a part of it, and they said the group had taken like over 100 million in crypto in the last few years. Really? So go on, share some of the
they can afford more than 25 grand. Like, come on. They must have been desperate, the person with the insider access.
Yeah, but pretty cool. I mean, it's the kind of goes to that who watches the Watchmen, which I've always thought, if my early days in cybersecurity, who's watching us? Like, I'm a pretty morally, what's the word? Like, I couldn't live with myself if I was acting shady in my job. I'd break. I'm too moralistic. I love superheroes too much for them. But you do think there's got to be some people in here who just see the opportunity, whether they're greedy or whether they're scumbags, whether they're just a bit silly. What do you think about that? Can I ask the worst question? Have you ever thought anyone back that you've worked with, they could have been someone to do that?
Oh.
No names, no places. Just have you thought ever?
Yes, there's definitely been people I've thought, if something was to go missing, it's probably you.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. Nice.
What was your question about the ethics around there?
Well, I think that was it, really. Just do you think somebody, has it crossed your mind that maybe someone else could do it? Because
like especially with the sort of teams that we work in, you got such well-renowned access, I guess, into different things to be able to search and pull data. Is the opportunity is there if someone was wanting to take it for sure.
Mm-hmm. So Emmy Raj has just posted in the chat on Insta. Hello, Emmy, or hello, Raj. looking where I can start internships on cybersecurity, but haven't seen yet. They're all advanced level to employ. That's crazy if they're advanced apprenticeships or internships. But I mean, it's internship used to be such a great path, and I'm not sure it's that easy anymore because there's so many people trying to get into cybersecurity. There's not really a secret anymore. So you almost is worth learning enough to be more qualified than an intern. And at that point, you're ready to apply for your first level job. So keep learn it on your own accord. You don't need a job to get the experience for cybersecurity. It's like a unique position where you can use the same tools that SOCs will be using. So head over to not this YouTube, but our main YouTube, Andrew Jones Empirical Training. He has a bunch of projects on there. And if you're really interested, we have some programs for mentorship to really accelerate people within 2 months, 3 months, or potentially a year to get you that first job.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I've looked at some more questions, but I got one more story I thought I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah, sure.
Got to find it first. No, Shai Hulud's doing the rounds again. That ransomware worm. I like the good name. You a Dune fan?
I haven't heard of it. What's it called?
Shai Hulud.
Shai Hulud. No,
sounds like cool. Yeah, I just
Emiraj said thank you on Instagram. No problem, mate.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. So this is the shot. I mean, so many things we have to learn about to refresh myself. But they went after lots of these. The NPM registry. This is it. So it was like an open source software repository attack. So using the Shai Hulud supply chain campaigns, they basically use this node package manager, which I believe is like an open source module in lots of parts. It's using lots of software, right? Mm-hmm. So some people might even realize that this is in what they use or what they build. Yeah. Well, they should know if they build it, but you'd be surprised. It looks like they're stealing CI/CD passwords. So they get in the continuous innovation, continuous development pipeline, and then they've got a way to kind of siphon off any keys or auth tokens or secrets. Secrets is anything that's basically some form of a password, right? Shai Hulud, I've seen some cool simulations of it. I like the name.
It's funny because we always end up talking about supply chain compromises, and people ask what supply chain compromises are. Yeah, it's a great one. Travel Hog. Yeah, I was doing a deep dive on that recently.
Oh, nice.
It uses Travel Hog tool. Nice, that's cool.
Self-propagating payload. That means it can go around.
Yeah, Travel Hog is a command line tool that allows you to search for things like GitHub secrets and API keys. I think it's in repos, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, using that troll, I guess, is the intention.
Nice. I was seeing if they had any screenshots of that, but they've just got stuff of the platform itself or NPM. Okay, cool. But yeah, it's a fun place to be in cybersecurity when they're messing around with names like that. Lisan Al-Ghaib.
Dune.
I played that Dune. I'm trying to find this news story now. Oh, this one's very relevant for people who probably on this call, right, who aren't secure. Like the Shai Hulud thing is pretty serious, to be honest, pretty high level, pretty intense. This is something everybody can understand and everybody should care about. So Vaughan,
yes, sir.
If I was on WhatsApp, turns out there's an API call. You know when let's rewind. You know when you go to check on your contacts to see if so and so is on WhatsApp, and it kind of says they are or they aren't, and it says if they're not, it says invite them.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's API that does that to like check query, is this number a WhatsApp image? And if it does, it kind of presents a profile pic and like status or whatever. Has been abused by researchers at some university to basically enumerate every single WhatsApp user by pumping every single number that exists, which I think was like 60 billion. Yeah. So then they got 3.5 WhatsApp numbers and pulled back some personal information. So it's not crazy. It's your name, whatever you put there. I do my initials. I'd recommend anyone else to do the same. But what I have done over the years, I used to be more security minded, I guess. My picture, my face is up there. Is yours?
Yes, it is indeed.
Yeah. So these guys have got it.
Lovely.
Not that alone is a bad thing. Yeah, more than 100 million hours per hour numbers per hour were checked. So that's the flaw here, is that this API is valid for existing, but it shouldn't allow you to enumerate stuff by firing a million hours. How many is that a second? I'm not even gonna do the maths, but it's mad.
That's a lot.
WhatsApp would save money if they'd limited that as well as be more secure. So yeah, that's that one. So yeah, there are 63 billion potential mobile numbers were tested, and that's crazy. There's that many, and 3.5 active WhatsApp accounts. So let's put that down for a second. But like, why does that matter? Or maybe does that even matter for the normal person?
No.
No? Go on. That's your point of view.
I mean, in my opinion, obviously your number being out there, if it's on a list with a profile photo, obviously people can use that PII, maybe look at fraud or identity theft in a way. But for your average Joe, it's unlikely to happen. But obviously it being out there is a risk for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's that. If I could, thanks for taking that position. It allows me to take the other one. That it doesn't matter until it does. This type of thing. So yeah, what is the real value in someone knowing that you're on WhatsApp and knowing your profile picture? Some of you probably have Twitter accounts with your picture up there. You might even have public Facebook or Instagrams if which I wouldn't. But it's if somebody really wanted to find out who you are, if there was some sort of targeted attack or like a fraud thing or whatever, it's another avenue that they can go and look. They think they know my number, they find out I'm on WhatsApp, they see it's my picture, they know that's it or something. So then maybe they can target. They know it's me to target. It's a little bit extra information that has a chance of keeping me more protected by being for obscurity, that security through obscurity angle. But you're right, Vaughan. Like if you're smart, if like them having this isn't going to be the game over, it might make them a tiny bit better at targeting you in a fraud or something. But
who's going to target you in the grand scheme of things as well, to be totally honest, unless you're super, super important, which I'm sure a lot of people think they are. You're probably not going to get targeted. One thing I do want to mention, though, is I think Facebook owned apps. So like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, you can use mobile numbers as a username. So by these WhatsApp numbers being released with a profile photo, you might actually be able to link them up with Facebook and Instagram pages as well. So it could set up some sort of like password refresh attacks or something to try and take over not just WhatsApp, but maybe Instagram and Facebook's as well.
That's a good point. So tie this one off. This is kind of neither here nor there, but I just thought that was quite interesting to see the number of users in different countries. And we also have India. Yeah, a lot of India. I mean, it's big more population, isn't it? But like Russia's quite high. I know they have Telegram popular there and stuff. But and then even countries that are banned, which I think is no surprise, right? Because it's an end-to-end encrypted app. So China, Iran, North Korea, Myanmar.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they are. If you want to do it yourself, wow, I assume they've blocked it. They've limited it now.
Or enumerate 3.5 billion phone numbers.
Yeah, I bet you could still do it for one though. If you want to. If you want to get your mate's picture through the command line, would that work? I'm not sure. But yeah, nice. We do have a question from someone. Just, are you guys open to collaborate on any projects? I say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depends what project, man. Hit us up.
Definitely
open to collabs.
More prosperity. Hit us up. Otherwise, any last call for questions, or we're gonna dip? I think I've burnt my hand on a pan.
Nightmare.
Yeah, I'm icing it now.
Oh, we got a question, Josh. Is the ISO 222 space cool?
You remind which one that one is. ISO.
I'm glad you asked you, Josh, because my answer would be no. Anything to do with compliance is a no.
Is it cool? I mean, cool's an interesting choice of words.
How do I connect with you guys? Just DM us on Instagram, man. You're shooting questions over on Instagram, just DM us on here.
Okay, so yeah, ISO that number. I just had to check which number is because there's a few of them. 27,001. I'm most used to. This one looks like it's one for finance businesses. Let me just confirm because I'm just looking at the front web page. It's a flexible standard financial message that enables interoperability between financial institutions, market infrastructures, and the bank's customers. Okay, so this is the other stuff I'm more used to. The ISO 27001, for example, is is like a good baseline level of security. So finance organization, the banks would tend to take this anyway, so it's not so important. But say you're a random, say you sell ice cream, But you want to also show that people, hey, if you partner with us, we're not going to be the source of your breach, and we're not going to lose all your data when you join our ice cream loyalty plan. So getting an ISO 27001 is like a way of saying I have at least this level of security, so you can trust me at least this much. And some businesses have conditions where they won't touch you with a shitty stick if you don't have that. ISO 2000, this one, 2000, ISO 20022 seems to be a standardized and secure way for interoperability in finances. So they're all secure, but they also can work with each other. So you're not like locked into one bank is kind of what I take.
Cool. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
I think it's a cool space.
Yeah, I don't think we've got any more cues on Instagram, YouTube. Any final cues?
Remember, there's a bit of a delay as well, but I think that'll do. That'll do, Pig.
That'll do.
All right. Good night, buddy.
Sweet. Thanks, Josh, mate. Have a good one.
All the best.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. See ya.